Hey guys, it's SLUSHIE, and today we're doing another movie review. And today we're looking at 2017's It. Now, this was directed by Andy Muschietti, who, if you know, is the director of Mama, which came out back in 2013. Go check it out. It's also a great movie. But let's talk about It. Now, this is a remake of the 90s adaptation of Stephen King's terrifying novel, It, as we all know, about a shape-shifting supernatural creature called Pennywise the Clown, which is his favorite form, but he can turn into whatever you're afraid of. So that's the basic outline of Pennywise. Pennywise is a character itself, and he takes the form of whatever you're afraid of and uses it to his advantage to get more powerful and stronger using your fear. So it takes place in Derry, Maine, which is, kind of like a quiet little town with, you know, just a few shops, kind of like a small little country town. And, in fact, I think there's more kids than adults, which by the time they make the It Chapter 2, that won't be true probably. But, for now. And the only way they really can combat Pennywise the dancing clown is if they all seven friends band together to fight them off together, because when they fight him together, it shows how they're not afraid and that they can deal with him, and they don't, he doesn't scare them anymore. That's the way to really fight him off. And it's a good adventure. It's way better. I love this movie. I must admit, I do not like the 90s version.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
And I grew up watching the 90s version because this wasn't out yet, obviously. But if I can go back in time and have the choice of watching the 90s version or this, I'd hands down choose this. This is scarier, creepier. The music in this is awesome. The acting in this is a million freaking times better than that piece of junk 90s version, that atrocity that was unleashed on us in 1990. Well, I wasn't around, thank God. But, I got to watch it when I was a kid. And childhood experiences, that's for sure. I must admit, I do remember being a little freaked out as a kid. But when I looked at it after watching this in theaters, I was like, he's nothing. He's literally nothing compared to the new Pennywise played by Bill Skarsgård. He knows how to do a creepy role, that's for sure. He did Pennywise amazing, and I'm stoked for Chapter 2. Not often do I encourage people to make a Chapter 2 or more sequels, but this one definitely, I'm really hyped and excited for the second one. And I think Gary Dauberman's going to be writing it. So if you don't know who Gary Dauberman is, now he did Annabelle Creation. He's done, I believe he did The Nun, which was a great movie on its own. And obviously he did It. And he's still working on Annabelle Chapter 3, which will be fun to see. And I don't know if he's going to be working on The Crooked Man, which is also a spinoff to The Conjuring 2. But we'll see, won't we? But yeah, I really have no problems with this movie. Okay, I will say this. Here's one tiny little flaw. There is a ton of CGI. It doesn't look terrible, but there is a lot of CGI in here with the monsters and the different forms that he takes. He has so many of them that, it's guaranteed that you're going to see some CGI, but there's also this jerky CGI feel, like whenever he does a jump scare, he doesn't just come out straight. He kind of like shakes towards you. And that just makes you feel that it's CGI. I mean, it's obviously the actor still doing it, Bill Skarsgård, but I'm sure that it's CGI'd a lot. It just looks different and just a little off, but it doesn't look bad. The jumps, I remember watching it in theaters, and everyone in the audience was like jumping and spilling their sodas over themselves, and person in the row behind me spilled their popcorn, and it was crazy. A lot of the jump scares really affected people. I'm so used to jump scares. I almost said prone. I'm so used to jump scares these days that most jump scares don't get me. So they really had to work hard to scare me. And the only way you can really scare me is deliver me a scary plot and make the characters creepy. That's how you get my heart pounding. And that's when I'll say a movie's scary. And I must admit, this one definitely spooked me. I was a little on edge because I don't know, Bill Skarsgård just did it amazing. And unlike Tim Curry's, no offense, Tim Curry, and The 90s version just didn't do that for me. I've watched it recently and I laughed almost the whole time. I made fun of Pennywise. I'm dying laughing watching Pennywise just do his thing, and it's just not scary. I don't know what I was thinking when I was a kid, but this movie is definitely the one to go. But if you haven't seen the 90s version, I recommend you definitely go see it. It's definitely worth the watch. Get a couple of laughs out of it, enjoy it if you haven't already. And, it's definitely, every movie to me is worthwhile. Now, the 90s version, I got it in the collection kit. Thank you to Arctic Conquest. I actually wanted to buy it on its own, but he got me this whenever we graduated, and it comes with The Shining, Stephen King's The Shining TV miniseries, and Salem's Lot. I have not watched either of these. I really need to watch these, but I have seen this like a total of 5 times since he gave it to me. And it's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's just not scary. But I do appreciate this Art to Conquest, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that, but this is an awesome collection. Even if I don't really care for the It movie, it saves me the time from buying or the money from buying it for $5. But whatever. I'll have to check out The Shining and Salem's Lot to see if they're any good. I'll have to maybe do that tonight or something. I won't be reviewing these because they're TV series, I believe. But if they're really guessy, 3 complete miniseries, if they're really good, I'll definitely review them. Maybe I'll do a double feature reviewing both of them. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. But back to the topic, It 2017, an amazing movie. If you haven't gone out and bought it and seen it, buy it. It's a great movie to add to your collection and just watch over and over. You can see the wear and tear in the case because number one, honest to God, I kind of just threw it around when I got it. But the cool thing about this is, well, they have this in there too. But God, you can see the smudges. They give you 2 discs because it's Blu-ray and DVD. I had a digital. You get a digital in there too. I already used it. Otherwise, I would give it away to you guys. But yeah, you get your 2 discs and technically a third movie with it. So it's definitely a good deal. They also have a newer case that features Pennywise on the cover, and there's like a balloon in front of his face, and it looks pretty sick. I'm thinking about buying that when I get some spare money, and just for the case, because I think the case looks awesome. I wish this one would have looked like that, but no harm, no foul in getting another copy of the movie. You never know. I might somehow break both of these discs and need a third one. I don't know. But anyway, go to the stores, pick up whichever copy you want. It's definitely worth the money. Or order it offline, either way. But get it. It's definitely worth whatever you got to pay for it, unless it's like $1 million. No movie is worth $1 million. But yeah, see you in the next one. Hit like, subscribe, and here is my trailer for The Collector.